Piaget was such a prominent figure in developmental psychology. Piaget's theory was absolutely influential. But of course, with everything, there are people who have challenged his theories. One of the questions that has been raised is whether children's performance on Piaget's tasks are based on task demands. In his tasks, Piaget relied heavily on the children's ability to think about their reasoning process and verbalise it. It's possible that this high reliance on language may have resulted in Piaget underestimating some children's abilities. For example, Piaget suggested that children develop object permanence gradually between 8 to 24 months of age. More recently, researchers have found that children seem to develop fundamental concepts about the world, such as object permanence and hypothesis testing, at earlier ages than those reported by Piaget. Baillargeon and Deveau in 1991 used the violation of expectation paradigm and showed 3.5-month-old infants these events. For the habituation events, the infants saw a short carrot and a tall carrot moving from one side of the yellow screen to the other. The screen hides the carrot as it moves from one side to the other. The infants were habituated to these events. Then, for the test events, the screen changes to blue and a window is added to the screen. In the impossible and possible test events, the short carrot and the long carrot moved identically to how they moved in the initial habituation events. For the possible event, as the carrot is shorter than the bottom edge of the window, we would not expect to see it while it moves across the window. This is not surprising. For the impossible event, as the carrot is taller, we would expect to see it while it moves across the window. However, we don't see it. The carrot does not poke through the window as it moves across the window. If the infant understands that the carrot still exists behind the wall, this impossible event should appear strange to them. This is surprising. By around 3.5 months of age, infants look at this impossible event much longer compared to the possible event. Therefore, Baillargeon and Deveau suggested by 3.5 months of age, infants may have developed object permanence, at least a really basic ability of it.